everybody, and welcome to It Kino. I am Monkey Jones, and as always, I am joined by my lifelong friend E-Rich.
Hi, how's it going, everybody? I'm E-Rich.
E-Rich, how's it going over there in Pennsylvania? I haven't heard from you in a while.
Well, I just auditioned. I'm going to be auditioning to play the role of Benjamin Franklin out in the street. They're saying I'm fat enough. They're saying I'm fat enough to play. I don't know.
You are in no position to call E-Rich fat, you fuck.
Oh man, I hit my mic when I laugh. I mean, I don't know what you look like, E-Rich.
Oh, okay, good.
I do know what your mom looks like, though. I'll tell you that right now. But
oh no. Hey, so I know I just dropped a big 21-minute review of this movie, oh my god, on my main channel, but we got to do some Kino talk about it too, and I didn't want to put E-Rich through it, so I said, hey, let's get this fucker Asperger. He'll do anything.
I will.
So Asperger, they've already heard my thoughts on it, so what are your thoughts? Is, oh my god, a piece of Kino?
It is a piece of shit.
Oh.
All right. I got...
Oh, no.
I was sitting through this movie, and there was the perfect example of what this movie was. Have you ever been to, like, a local museum, and they have a room in the middle of one of the exhibits. They have a room, and there's a video that's on loop. And you wait for the video to end, and then you sit down in this little auditorium, and then they have a little shittily made video.
Yeah,
about
I think I get
about
what
like
you're
this
talking
one
about.
second, just this one section about the woolly mammoth that's like 5 minutes long with barely any information, and you can hear the stock music in the background and some fucknit narrator who's living in his car. It felt like
And
somebody took 80 of
nobody
those
sits through the video.
Yeah.
They just they want to sit at the benches because they're tired of walking through the museum. Nobody actually watches those shitty videos.
And it felt like somebody took 80 of those films and cut it together.
Oh,
because it's so fucking disjointed and random. He's just like, I'm here in Tibet. This is the closest to God I've ever been. And then he's just filming Aborigines. And then it's just like, oh, we don't call guns weapons down here, hill dog. And then that's it. And then the whole movie is like that. There's no focus.
It's very scatterbrained.
There's no focus. There's no linear. He's trying to say, like, we're gonna figure out what God is, but all he's doing is just getting random people off the streets. I mean, this is like me making a documentary about, like, I'm gonna find out what the American dream is, and this is me going to New York City and talking to every fucking homeless guy and being like, what's the American dream? And you're gonna get shit like, the American dream is my dick. You're gonna get shit like, don't buy Leapfrog don't buy the Jewish Leapfrog. Leapfrog is a Jewish. You never see You never see the fucking Elmo video?
No, there's an Elmo video.
There's you know how in Times Square the guys dress up as copyrighted characters and then they take a picture with you.
Yeah. I think there's a JonTron episode where he saw an Elmo.
Yeah. There was this guy dressed up as Elmo outside of a Toys R Us saying, "Don't buy Leapfrog. Leapfrog is just Jewish propaganda. Don't buy Leapfrog. Leapfrog is Jewish propaganda. Don't buy Leapfrog."
That's the American dream.
And that's what it felt like. And it's the disjointing is bad. First off, he went to 23 countries, didn't go to Morocco. I don't know what the fuck that's about. Why didn't you go to Morocco? I mean, you sent your son to Morocco for no reason.
Now, I was looking through his if you go to peterroger.com, he has all of his commercials that he's ever made on there. And that's how I found, like, Dog TV and all that stuff. And he's done commercials for Moroccan tourism, so I guess he thinks it's a nice place to go. I don't know.
What the fuck is...
And he keeps throwing Sumaya into all of his shit. Like, I saw people seem to think there's comments on my video, Mumkey, but Peter Roger directed the Hunger Games, Mumkey. Why'd you say he didn't direct You fucking idiots. He did not direct the Hunger Games. He was like a second assistant director on the propaganda film that I think is featured in the movie, or maybe it was just like an online exclusive thing. There's like a 90-second thing that he recorded that like the Capitol and the Hunger Games made to show how great the Hunger Games are. And he threw Sumaya and I'm pretty sure his son, not Elliot, of course, but his
I think
Jazz.
was in
He
there.
threw them into the propaganda piece. So I guess they're in the Hunger Games. I never noticed.
I know the reason for that. The reason for that is because the media called Elliot Rodgers the Hunger Games killer, which is the dumbest thing to fucking call him. If you look up the Hunger Games killer, it's Elliot Rodgers.
Oh, because they did like a quick Google and saw that he worked on the movie.
Yeah,
So then they're
so-
like, oh, that must be the connection,
That
baby.
was his tagline before the version killer. It was the Hunger Games killer.
And that's why I think whenever there's some sort of tragedy, don't even watch the news about it for the first 3 days, because they're going to be throwing shit at the wall. Like the news has no idea what they're talking about. The first thing they think of is, okay, we Googled the dad and he worked on the Hunger Games. I guess he's the Hunger Games killer. Such useless information, complete misinformation, just making shit up because they need to get something. They need a headline, and they'll just make something up to get it.
You say the Hunger Games killer, you think like a guy was a big fan of a book, so he killed a bunch of people in an arena or something.
Or like he was inspired by the movie that his dad directed.
Yeah.
Like just stupid shit.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, we were talking about another disaster instead of that the shitty adaptation of a book.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Like I said, it's so fucking disjointed. First off, you can't film Aboriginals without their consent. I don't know if you know this. That's a big thing for them. They believe.
No, what the hell?
They believe that. I think that it's something like taking a picture takes away their soul or something. I know because every other documentary I've seen, every time they have Aborigines, they have a disclaimer saying like we told them that we were going to film them because it's apparently some big thing.
Just Australian Aborigines or what?
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe they found a specific.
What all countries they're from?
Maybe they found a specific tribe that is just like, all right, cameras are okay, but we got to talk to the trees.
Are the Aboriginal people of Australia the worst people on Earth?
What?
Like, are they the worst people on Earth? Because first of all, they're hideous, and now it sounds like they're retarded too. Do they have anything? Like, is there any benefit to them?
I actually went to Australia and we went to an Aboriginal thing, and I will say that they their punishments are fucking hardcore as shit. So in Australia, the termite mounds are like 13 feet high, right? And they used to tell us like they took us to one and they told us like if you break the laws in the village, what they do is they cut off the top of the termite mound and they put you in the termite mound. They fucking
Oh my God.
and they fucking close it on you and they leave you in there. And I'm like, damn. And then
Are we sure that they're Aboriginal to Australia? Because it sounds like they migrated over from the Middle East.
Yeah, and then we saw the didgeridoos, and then my mom grabbed one, and he freaked out because women are not allowed to touch didgeridoos. You would think that women would be the ones primarily dealing with the big sticks, but no.
Or like the instrument that is associated with like a loud noise that's really annoying. You think that would be, right up a woman's alley.
You would think the instrument that you have to blow into would be the one for women, but no.
Yeah.
Where was I going with this? Okay. The lack of focus is a big thing. Second,
kind of like this podcast so far.
yeah. Well,
But we're not trying to prove any grand point about God. We're just here to talk shit.
I want to prove a point that Peter Roger was biased towards Asian religions.
Asian religions?
The Asian religions.
He does have yellow fever out the ass.
This was heavily skewed towards Asian religions. Because if you look at for Christianity, what did he do? He met some fucking lady in a gun store and then never mentioned it again. Okay?
He showed, I think, more atheists than Christians.
Yeah. And then for Judaism, this one bothered me. Judaism, what did he do? He's like, free Palestine! The Palestinians are dying! We need a free Palestinian state! This place, they turn us away at every turn! This is Mad Max! This is a dystopia! They're divided!
Yeah.
This is East Germany! The Jews are evil! The Jews fired me! The Jews fired me from Hollywood! They blacklisted me! This is the only movie I can have because I angered the Jews! So
Asperger. No, what they said to him was, "Turn around and go away.
turn around and go away. I tried to
Turn around and go away.
Hey, can I
Turn around.
Can I
Beep. Turn around. Beep. Turn around and go. Beep.
Dude, when
Turn
you
around
added
and go
when you
away.
added the fucking words, and when Psy had the fucking dog cut into him like 60 times, it's fucking cool.
Well, here's a little behind the scenes action, folks. First of all, I'll clear this up real quick. People are saying, "Oh, why are Nate and Munchie in this video? I thought they're in the PCP. Monkey, did you record this like 3 months ago?" No, they recorded that like 3 days ago because I wanted to hear what they had to say and I thought they'd be good for the video. I know I said in my original video I'm not going to work with them on future endeavors, but that wasn't working with them. They were working for me. There's a huge difference that people need to understand. And second of all, I told everybody, I sent everybody who's going to be in it the same exact message. I said, "Hey, I'm making a documentary about God. Can you record a 30-second clip of why you do or don't believe in God? You can either be dead serious or you can meme it out the ass as much as you want. Either way works." And then, so everybody has this time limit, like 30 seconds. Then I get fuckers like Psy sending in like over a minute long clip of him talking about this fucking shit about church. And I'm like, okay, how am I going to cut this up? This is way too boring. And then I just threw the dog in 18 times and it worked.
Well,
so there you go.
Well, Psy's Texan. But back to my point. So the Christian, he only shows a lady at a fucking gun store, and then Jews, he's just like, "Free Palestine! Free Palestine!" Nobody mentioned Abraham. They didn't even mention Jesus was Jewish. They didn't mention the Torah by name. And then for fucking Islam,
they get shit on so hard.
Holy shit, does he go in on Islam?
It's my favorite part of the movie.
He's like, violence, Islam means violence. Islam means violence. The word Islam means to surrender, but they're not surrendering. We need to get these people out of our country. We're going to have a travel ban imposed on 12 Muslim countries.
I don't think he said any of that. The movie's from 2009.
And they make fun of that guy. He's just like, "Yeah, I'll find it right now, motherfucker. Check this shit out."
Which you gotta admit, that's a great scene.
That's a great scene, but how are you gonna shit on one religion specifically? Like, at least get the Westboro Baptist Church in there too for some even.
You know, that's a good point. I think he missed a lot of opportunities to interview interesting people. Because, like, yeah, some lady who owns a gun store and is a Christian, like, who fucking cares? Like, yeah, go interview Westboro Baptist Church. Or, like, if you're gonna review a guy, like a Muslim guy with, like, a big old crafty beard who says, like, oh, all Jews and Christians are going to hell. At least have that version of the Christians and that version of the Jews and, like, and all that. It seems he only sought out the crazy bad people in one particular religion.
But he still painted Christianity. For Christianity, he showed fucking... he went to a fucking rodeo and was like, "This is it, guys. This is Christianity. We have it on tape. This rodeo right here is Christianity. These people riding horses. This is Christianity."
Well, to be fair, I think he is a Christian, so I don't think he was trying to make Christianity look bad. I think maybe he just agrees with all those things.
Maybe. But then, to my other point, the fucking Buddhism was done. There was not a negative thing said about Buddhism. It was a beautiful portrayal of Buddhism.
I mean, the most violent thing a Buddhist has ever done is burn himself down.
I mean, no, I think Buddhism's one of the best religions out there, top tier.
Yeah.
But there was no, like, nothing bad was ever pointed out about it. And then the most damning for this was when he went to Japan. That montage in Japan was so fucking amazing, and it painted. It had all this utopian Shibuya shit, and they had the calligraphy, and like this is an age-old religion that dates back to centuries about how we are all parts of God. We are all one. The oneness in us. I am living in pleasure because of my religion. And then he does that for like 5 minutes, and then that's it.
Well, so that was like the very tail end of the movie, because the movie's like 118 minutes, and that's like the last 10 minutes about. And I was just completely zoned out at that point. So I don't even know if I paid attention at that point.
He just has footage of Japan, and it looks fucking gorgeous, dude. I mean, he should be doing tourism videos for Japan. Fuck Morocco. He hit that shit out of the park.
I mean, in a way, I think this this movie mostly was like tourist and vacation footage. So, maybe that's that's what it was. That's all he could do.
But yeah, I think there was a huge bias against Christianity and especially Islam, and that was pretty anti-Semitic too. Even though I agree that Israel is fucking holocausting Palestine because they're fucking hypocrites, and that Raytheon needs to be taken to the war crimes trial. But even though I agree with that point, how the fuck is that going to be the only thing you talk about Judaism, man? In your film about religion. And then I got native. My ancestry is native. It's Incan. It's not Mayan. But how nigga? How you gonna be going over to the Mayan temple and being like, "Hey, here's where they would take the motherfucker," and then the priest come out and cut his head off, and he's like, "And that was the Mayan religion." That was it.
Are you saying that Peter Rogers' 78-minute documentary where he goes into detail about every religion on Earth maybe didn't go in depth enough into the ancient Mayan religion? Oh, huh.
I am. I'm saying you should have. You can't just go. He didn't even talk about any deity in that fucking thing.
Yeah.
They got like 800 deities, right? Like he's just like not human sacrifice. All right, the fucking Abos talk to trees. The fucking Mayans kill people. The fucking Muslims want everyone to die. Christians buy guns. Okay, we did it, boys. We answered the question, what is God?
Well, yeah, I think one of the big problems is that Peter doesn't really set out to make a point himself. It's more of, I'm going to let all of the people I interview make all the interesting points. And then if nobody gives an interesting interview about fucking Mayan culture and religion, then there's nothing to say. Because he's not going to do the research on his own and do his stupid-ass pseudo-intellectual narration about the Mayan shit. Like, if there's no good interview of it, then it's not going to be represented in the movie.
Here's what I think the film should have been. If you're going to pose the question, what is God, but you're not going to actually talk about God as a physical concept, you should have, and he reached for this in the scene where he exploited kids with cancer.
Oh, yeah.
Genuinely
exploited. I didn't even want to put that in my review because it's what's the joke I can put there? Like, oh man, Peter, you put kids with cancer in your movie to prove something about God. What a fucking hero.
But this is something that as I guess I'm not gonna fucking label myself. I'm not religious though, but this is something that
Just say you're agnostic, dude.
No, because then it's a fucking label, and then the kids are gonna come out. Oh, you're agnostic. How about you stop flip flopping all over the place and make up your mind?
Then just say you're atheist. There's nothing wrong with it.
No, because I don't have any proof that God doesn't exist.
You don't. No, the burden of proof is on the people making the fairy tale claim. It's not on us.
My biggest fear is that God does exist. To be honest, this place is fucked. This is mayhem. This is madness, dude.
You should take we need to just call it like based shamanism, where you don't believe in God, but if there is one, you think he's a fucking dick.
Yeah, this is fucking scary if there's a God, dude. Oh
yeah,
my God.
That guy.
But anyway, back to my point. He was showing what God meant to these kids with cancer. The God was hope. God was hope for the future. God was something that they could hang on to for strength in this dire time. And he even tries to end it by saying God is love. But he got like 5 people to say God is love at the end. And he tried to do that. But with all the other fluff and bullshit, that message just completely goes out the window because you got this motherfucker talking to trees and this motherfucker talking about how they're going to cut the heads off. And this motherfucker sitting here trying to find a certain passage in the Quran when it looks like he can't even fucking read. There's no focus.
No. And there's, like, at the end of it, what is the message that you take away? Because the message, like, the big moral that I learned from the movie was that Peter Roger went on a cool trip around the world. Like, there's no, like, what's the takeaway?
That's what I'm saying. There's no,
there's nothing.
I saw the editor's name at the start. That man, what did you do? What did you do?
He threw in as many random clips as possible over people getting interviewed so that it's not just an hour and a half of people talking to a camera.
I'm trying to think, what other religions did he tackle? Because I've only been talking about the Abos and the. I gotta stop saying Abo. I gotta stop saying Abo. That is fucked
Is that
up.
like the N word for them or something?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know Australian culture that well, but I know they're
Well,
always
fuck
like,
them. If they're scared of cameras, then they're probably not listening to this podcast.
oh, I can't. Fucking Abo took my wife.
It's like orphans. Like, you know, what are they gonna do about it? Like, just make fun of them. Like an Amish person. Like, they're not watching this shit. You can talk shit about those types of people. What are they gonna do?
Yeah, we're the Amish people who are living as the Bible is supposed to be. Where the fuck are those people?
Well, when Peter posted on Craigslist to get interviewed for my movie, I guess they didn't see the post.
You can just go to one of their furniture stores.
Yeah. So Asperger, what are we getting at? Is this movie Kino, or would you say it's probably not Kino?
This is not Kino at all.
Oh.
This is shit. This is a fever dream of somebody trying to act like he can put together everybody's idea about God into one single point. That God is love.
Yeah.
Because that's what I took away. That's what he ended on. He ended on that God is in love, and he's like, I don't know, Hugh Jackman or whoever the fuck was like, God's inside me, and I think he's inside you, Peter.
Yeah, I think to give the movie credit, at least he like gets a lot of ministers and preachers and like religious thinkers interviewed, but then like when you get Ringo Starr and Hugh Jackman, like these people are famous for like acting and playing music. What does their opinion on religion or God have to do with anything?
Yeah, like when he got the princess.
Like sure, like why do these people who are famous, like who cares? Can we get more maybe professional religious thinkers, maybe
like
some college
the
professors?
Girl, like the girl who was walking around like she was fucking Mother Teresa, who was helping all the sick people in the tents in India.
Sure.
Get more people like that.
Yeah,
I like the guy.
Random people off the street and famous actors. I don't think they're really the authority because their opinion's going to be the same as anybody else's. I want people who are well versed and researched in these fields to be talking about it. Because just asking some random bitch in Hicktown, USA, what she thinks about it inside her gun shop, what is that? Like, what insight am I gaining from that? That Hicks believe in God? Because I already knew that.
Yeah. No, he got the priest at the Vatican. He did cover Christianity a little bit more. I forgot about that guy. He went to the Vatican. So I guess he did really get that. But that guy was just like, well, the naysayers say that, living in a palace made out of gold is bad. But I think we do more humanitarian work than the secular government.
That was good. He's trying to justify the Vatican being made of gold when they're trying to help people who are in poverty. That's pretty good.
Have you fucking been to the Vatican, dude?
I've barely been out of this country.
It's mind-blowing, that fucking place. It's mind-blowing. I saw an organ made out of fucking gold. It's mind-blowing. The marble pillars are bigger than my fucking house, but they're vertical. It was crazy how fucking ornate. And then they got every Greek statue like ever found and every Roman statue ever found. And one of the popes, this is a true story. One of the popes, he said, I want all the dicks off these statues right now. And he also had every naked person have pants painted on Michelangelo's artwork on the top of the Sistine Chapel. So that was a real thing. That died.
So next to the golden organ, was there a donation box?
There were donation boxes. I do remember that. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. A gift shop.
Oh, there was one thing I wanted to talk about the movie. I made a note. Like fucking Ringo Starr or Bono or whatever scumfuck loser agreed to do this shit said, God is love, and even when you give out love to crazy violent people, you'll get a good reaction out of them. So I think this is a message to Elliot Rodger saying to the people who were around Elliot Rodger that you need to somebody needs to love this guy or some shit's gonna go down in like 4 years.
Yeah, that's all I had to say. I think I've.
I can't touch the camera. It's too cold. The
Yeah.
camera's too cold. It's worth it though.
That's all I got. You got anything else for this movie,
There's got to be one other point. There was something that, and then oh yeah, when he talked about when he tried to like, cause he had like 10 different points he was making in this movie. When he deconstructed religion down to 4 things, he was like, the fear of death, and like God. The only reason people believe in God is because they want eternal life. And then it was like a sense of where did we come from? That's the only reason why people believe in God. Do you remember that? When he had like 4
It's been
points?
2 weeks since I watched it, so I don't remember all the different
well,
parts.
I just watched it. Whatever. He was talking out of his fucking ass anyway. It seems like knowledge is everywhere, but it seems like wisdom is dying.
Yeah. All right, folks. We decided. Oh my God, 2009. Probably not Kino. Probably not Kino. Although it might go down in history as Peter Rogers' greatest film he ever directed.
Has he directed another film though?
No.
That's his only directorial film.
And I think it will, unless he makes his own Elliot Rodger documentary, which he might be doing.
Not after he painted the Jews, dude. Not after he painted the Jews. I think that he ended his own career.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.
All right.